Hey, I hope you have watched episode 7 of Star Wars The Acolyte because we're going to be talking about that tonight and some Star Wars collectibles news with the Boba Squadron. Hope you enjoy the show. My wife got me these Star Wars Oreo, so we're going to find out if this pack is dark side or light side. I'm going to start in a poll in the chat for you right now on YouTube so you can put your guesses there. And of course, you are watching the Boba Squadron, so we're bringing it back. Damn it. Let's get the show started.
Hey Kevin, hey Paul, hey Ernie, hey Yoko.
Hello there, it's Obi-Wan Kenobi.
This is Ashley Eckstein, voice of Ahsoka Tano.
And you're tuned in to Boba Squadron.
And I can't wait to hear what you have to say on Boba Squadron.
This is the podcast you're looking for.
This is the podcast you're looking for. Thank you for tuning in tonight. You're watching the Boba Squadron podcast live. My name is Kevin, aka Toying Around. Usually on the channel here, we talk about some toys and collectibles, and sometimes we dive into the shows and movies that we get awesome toys from. But hey, we're here tonight. It's episode. Was this only 7? 7 out of 8. Not much toy news. But my wife, I don't know if you guys have seen these at the grocery store yet. These are Star Wars Oreos, and they're either dark side or light side inside. So, let me know in the chat down below what you think this pack is going to be. I'm going to open some up, and I'm starving, so I'm going to eat about, I don't know, how many can I fit in my mouth at the same time? But joining us tonight to talk some Star Wars is a good friend of the show, and I look forward to seeing her soon. In San Diego for San Diego Comic-Con. Please welcome Yoko McCann.
I was muted. I was trying to calculate how many Oreos could fit in your mouth. I'm going to say 5.
Were you holding this in front of the screen?
Yes.
That. Okay.
Yep. I'm going to go with 5.
That's not my real. Okay. It's fine. 5?
Yeah.
I don't want
to.
Time? What does the chat think? I don't know if I can because I'm gonna have like Oreo sugar stuck in my teeth.
Yeah.
For the whole 2 hours.
After to shove them in to show us.
Oh, and then spit.
Well, you don't have to spit. You could
eat them soggy after.
Yeah.
All right. Well, thank you for rushing here. We just finished the episode. Is it how's it been going on your end?
Good. It's hot. It's actually hot here too. Lucy's extra cranky.
Is this your Chimere cosplay with the arms, or?
Well, yeah, I don't have it in black though. Sorry. It's hot. It's like legit hot. It's not just like Seattle hot where we're like, oh, it's hot. It's 90 degrees. It's hot.
Is Seattle hot?
Huh? I mean, I will complain when it's 70. Not complain, but
I'm just complaining. Saying.
I'm not just being a whiner.
Well, I've got. I was so cold in the basement today from the air conditioning. I went out on the deck to warm up, and I had a hot coffee. But now it's 10 o'clock, and it's boba time.
I should have gone boba.
It is boba time. Oh, we need to record that soundbite in San Diego.
Yeah.
But let's bring on our next co-host for tonight. You may know him from the Fallen First YouTube channel. Please welcome first the Fallen Fett. What's up, Ernie?
How you doing? Can you hear me?
Yeah, we're good.
Oh, okay.
How are you, Ernie?
Yeah, what's new, man?
I'm whining hot. I don't give a damn. It's hot. It's 7 o'clock at night and it's still 101.
Yeah, that's rough.
Yeah.
I wasn't sure if you were doing a rap lyric or something.
I just always sound that fly, Kevin. You should know that by now.
Are you okay? You're a little quiet. Are you feeling ill? Are you under the weather?
Is it your mic?
Me?
Yeah.
Yeah, we're both saying it. So by process of
what's
elimination,
wrong?
We're talking about Paul.
Maybe you're too far from your mic. You were quiet. Your volume is low.
You gotta say something to him.
Can you hear me now?
I mean, we can hear you.
His mic check was in his brain.
No, the mic messed up beforehand. So
hey,
let's see
man,
if we can make it through the show.
I think you're good. I think you're good now. All right.
Sound
Paulie's
levels are
got
low.
baseball tonight, unfortunately. It's a real
Mhm.
bummer, but you know, hope was hoping he could be here with us.
Yeah.
But we're 1 week. I was looking ahead for the schedule. This show ends the week right before San Diego Comic-Con, which is great because we don't have to worry about a show the week of.
When you say looking ahead, do you mean you just looked this week? Because that was like the first thing I did when we started this.
I looked last week.
I looked when the Acolyte started to be like, when will this end?
You win.
I'm just saying.
Right before.
Yeah, but yeah, it's perfect timing. And then we get to hang out in San Diego.
Yeah.
Did you just time out or did you tap the mic?
Tapping the mic, bro.
All right. All right, we're good. We're on fire. We're on fire tonight. Oh, I forgot the new intro I was gonna do.
So
It's
are
like,
the
thank you
witches.
for watching. What?
The
For the
witches
new
are-
intro?
No.
They're on fire.
Yeah.
Oh,
Sorry.
Should we start over?
I think I gotta get into this tonight, not the bubble tea. This is
Oh, you got
insane.
boba? You actually got boba?
Yeah.
Wow. You're a trooper.
Any new pickups this week?
I do actually. I don't feel like getting it, but I got because I'm saving it for Thursday.
Mm.
But I got the Sabine helmet.
Oh, that's the
Ooh, nice.
American Sign Language for helmet.
Yes.
A little dance move. Ernie, what about you?
No, nothing. No pickups this week.
Dang. I got
Yeah.
in 4 vintage collection ARC Troopers in a trade with Diggs Figs. Yeah, I always say, like, you know, we meet some cool people in through this hobby, but Diggs Figs amongst a few other people are some really great folks that I've had the privilege of crossing paths. That was a weird crossing paths with. Yoko, have you had an experience crossing paths with Diggs Figs?
I have. As a matter of fact. Diggs Figs blessed us with
Us.
a rip into it. Well, yes, because it was a blessing for all of us in the end. Mostly me, but for all of us, as I got to rip into this
Mostly
Sabine
you.
chase.
Yeah.
I don't know. I was told it was worth the price of admission to Fallen Pet Chronicles.
He was happy.
Yeah.
He was happy. So you have 2. Yeah, that one you ripped into it. Yeah.
Mhm.
On last week on
Yeah.
on Ernie's. Yeah, everyone go check that out. The reaction was great. Diggs Figs is awesome. You know, that's what the community is. Nice people who want to see bad things happen to other people. That's what it's all about.
Yes.
Is that
We
is
get to
that
do it again
accurate,
this
Yoko?
week. Yes, we get to do it again this week. Not quite Sabine. Not another Sabine TIE fighter, but another fun. Another
Can you
fun
imagine if
item.
it was though?
I know.
I swear to God, dude.
Hey, there you go. Diggs Figs is here. Hell yeah. All right,
up, brother?
And so you guys have the show going on tomorrow. Thursday we have Enablers, San Diego in a few weeks. Your cat's been so needy lately.
I know. I don't know what her problem is. No, please don't get on me. It is too hot for this.
All right. Well, we're gonna get into. There wasn't much toy news. Something a big HasLab project wrapped up, and
Yeah,
You know?
congratulations.
but first, let's say what's up to everyone in the chat. Thank you so much for watching us late-ish tonight. If you have a second, leave a thumbs up on the video. That would be great. And again, thank you to all the people watching live and on the replay. We have Aaron S here who is doing some live tweeting almost, or post episode tweeting in the comments, but we're going to get to some of those while we do the breakdown of episode 7, which was called Ernie.
I missed it. I didn't see it because it took like 10 minutes for it to turn on my TV.
Choice.
So,
no
what was it
slash.
called?
Choice.
Choice? There was no
Yeah.
slash?
No.
That's
What do you think
booty.
next week is going to be if this is following the pattern of opposites?
Beginning/end.
Wait, wouldn't it be the opposite of choice?
No, it's going to be if there was no slash this week, they're going to have a slash next week.
Well, we had day and night.
Is that
Day
the-
and night.
No,
Uh,
because it could be anything.
Oh, it wasn't going like in a pattern with slash, then word, then slash, then word. No,
Because it was lost. I mean, like episode 1 was lost / found,
slash.
Mhm.
and then revenge / justice.
Still
Episode
episode
3.
1
That, huh?
because we had 2 episodes premiere. So
I just said episode 1 was lost and found. Episode 2 was revenge and justice.
you're not getting it. Okay.
Well, you didn't get it the first time I said it, so I thought I would try different words.
There
All
you
right,
go.
moving
that
on.
worked.
Episode 3 was destiny, just destiny, no slash. Episode 4 was day.
Oh, so Destiny didn't have an opposite.
Yeah, and then
Okay.
episode 5 was night.
All right. What would be the opposite of choice?
Told.
Jail.
I don't know.
Cold? Is that what you said?
Well,
No, told. Demanded.
You've been told.
Yeah, demanded. I
Des-
don't know.
destiny, right? So was it the opposite of episode 3? Wait, because episode 3
Oh,
was
those link. because there's
episode
the
3
flashback.
was the first the flashback,
This
the
is,
original episode.
Linking
Yeah.
around circumventing all the other episodes. Nice,
Yeah.
Yoko. Nice catch. There you go. All
Mm.
right, continuing on. What's up
Thanks.
to Matt Logic 44 in the chat? Good to see you. Stream Elements. What's going on? We have channel member Tori Rensu says, "What's up, nerds?" I think that should be my new notification for Twitch. I'm going to change that later on. Bad Wolf Media is here. Thank you for being a channel member. Says, "What's up, everyone? See anything good on the tube tonight? YouTube or like is that the old-fashioned word for TV? Either way, I was on with Tormigos earlier, and then we watched the episode. But yes, we did. RMD is here. What's good, RMD? See you soon. We have another channel member here, the super nice Bat Force Grumps. Happy recent birthday to you, Grumps, man. I started House of the Dragon today. We have Kev3 in the chat. 2 versions removed from myself. Blake Griggs is watching over on Facebook. Thank you for being here. Tommy K, happy Tuesday to you. Blake Griggs says, "We do need and want to see McFarlane Toys Batman animated." Oh, with a huge list of requests. There's a lot of Batman animated and Batman Beyond being either leaked or announced recently. We have Arcade's Revenge. You know what? I love Arcade's Revenge. Seeing that name and then seeing that display pic right next to it is perfect. Thank you for being here. Battle says Yoko got a capybara.
Oh, I
You
did.
sure did. And John Carmen is here. What's good? Hello, Winger Lose. John Carmen, Winger Lose, 2 more channel members.
I know.
Thank you for supporting the channel. David de la Huerta. We have the homie High School Creations. Mike, how you been, man? We missed you. I hope to see you on Thursday, Mike. Mike's been in a better place than here with us. We have the 80s baby here. What's up, Dario? We got to goof off a little bit earlier with on the Chat Migos Assemble, so go check that out later on the replay. And yeah, that's it for everyone here. Again, thank you for the channel members, everyone, your support, the channel members, everyone on Patreon, people who've been sending super chats. All those are going towards new camera. Again, I mentioned San Diego Comic-Con coming up, and I've got some really cool interviews and videos planned and lined up. And all of your support has been a huge help in and just looking forward to getting better quality and video content for the channel. Last year we were in San Diego. We saw the new HasLab. That was the ghost ship in person. And it looks like this year we will see one, a HasLab on display as well, I believe. This just funded this funded a few days ago, but the campaign ended last night. This is the Hasbro HasLab Most Eisley Cantina Vintage Collection scale. I think it hit the target 8,000 around Saturday night or Sunday. And then it just, like we said, once they see it, it's going to be backed. the different tiers started unlocking. From 8,000 to 11,000, the first unlock was pretty fast, and that gets everybody Greedo in the TVZ scale. TVZ. It's a TVZ scale, and then it hit the 14,000 mark, and then now we unlocked the alien with the 4 arms in the cantina. I don't know. I just ran with it. So you get Wooher, you get the Tonica sisters. You unlocked Greedo at 11, and at 14, it was this. The hell's the name? Nabrin Leeds. And it was just over 14. Didn't hit the 17K to get the Wolfman. Were you guys nervous at this point watching it? Like, did you follow it along at the on the weekend to see what was going on?
No, I did not.
Yeah, I was watching the numbers. It was cool that it hit when it did, and then just as soon as it hit, everybody was like, "Oh, okay." I wish they would have shown numbers who got deluxe, like aside from the original.
Mm-hmm.
I really want to know if that pushed at the end, like the deluxes went higher. Too bad they couldn't hit that last stretch goal, but hey, at least they still hit the other two. A lot of people thought it was just going to get funded, so that's cool. Congratulations to everybody there who got one.
Yeah. Is it crazy that you fund the whole thing with 3 figures at 8K, and then you need another 9,000 to get the third character? Doesn't that seem like a lot?
Oh, it was a heck of a lot. I was thinking that the whole time. That's why I was very surprised that it hit the second one. I mean, even to hit that first one at Greedo, but that's kind of like you said, that was the push of everybody saying, okay, I'm in. But yeah, it was, personally, I thought it was too many. You should have kept it low. They were just, not to say it that way, they're vintage characters. It would have been nice to have them for this, that you got funded right at the end, right? Like the numbers shouldn't have been that high, but oh well, it's a Hasbro thing.
But as I say this, I look back on the Ghost, and it's the exact same tier levels. So Zeb was 17, Kanan was 14, Ezra was 11, and they needed 8K to fund.
I feel like there was a difference of like more popularity of the Ghost and knowing that it was going to do that. Like there wasn't a problem, This just having a cantina scene is kind of different.
Yeah, and this ship was $4.99, and the base set for the cantina was $3.99. So
no floor.
I like that. No floor. I like that they gave a lower price option, but it seems like a lot. It seems like a lot, right?
That's what I'm saying. I wonder who went in with the deluxe.
Yeah. I mean, again, let us know in the chat if you backed this this Ghost, not the Ghost, the cantina or not. I know none of us did. I'm pretty sure. I just don't have the space. I think it would be a really cool set to have, and I have these delusions that I would take a bunch of toy photos and it would look really cool. But really, it might just sit in a corner under some stuff so that I can make another shelf on top of it, and it would kind of go to waste for me.
Yeah, I backed a deluxe. I ended up backing a deluxe.
Oh yeah, nice.
No, I'm just kidding. I didn't.
Oh, that was cool.
I'll definitely have a lot of figures for sale though when it gets closer for this to drop.
Oh, this guy, the opportunist. Yeah. I love it.
Heck yeah.
That's awesome. Yeah, a lot of Cantina aliens are gonna part with.
For sure.
Did you see anything else coming up that is newsworthy, Star Wars wise, or anything from San Diego Comic-Con in general?
No, not really, not yet. Was there a Lego thing? Was there a Lego Star Wars something? No. Maybe I wasn't supposed to say that, but
whoa, what did you do? All right. We normally don't talk about leaks, but if something came out on a retailer, an Amazon website, but then was sold out afterwards, does that count, Yoko, in your professional opinion?
It's still a leak, but
yeah, not the official party that leaked it, right? A retailer leak.
Yeah.
Yeah.
A leak. Still be a leak.
That was a leak?
Still be leaking.
Well,
I don't know. I don't know if I know what you're talking about.
It's really not that much of a leak. I mean, it's just another Halloween do-over.
Yeah, it's a Star Wars the Black
that I
Series
did
set.
see that.
Yeah, it went
That
up
was
on
considered
Amazon.
a leak?
Well, the Star Wars team didn't announce it, or it wasn't like officially
There was
announced.
no like, and usually Hasbro will send out a press thing too.
Yeah, and there was
There
no
There was no official
pipeline
pictures?
for that too. Well, the listing had official pictures.
Are we talking about the Halloween one?
Yeah.
Yeah. I
Hey, what's up,
didn't know that
T-Turtle?
that was considered a leak.
Amazon put the link up too early. Bad Wolf doesn't consider that a leak. Everyone else chime
Well,
in.
because he said spoilers. That's why I was wondering if there was something else. Because there weren't
No.
spoilers in that.
No, I don't think so. All right. I guess there's not much else. Was there rock love stuff? If you love rocks, Yoko, did we talk about everything last week, or is there
Yeah, no, next week will be our big San Diego and online reveal. So
Ooh. Okay.
we won't be able to talk about it here. Oh no, wait. Tuesday. I don't know what it is. Yes, we will be able to talk about it here. 1 week from now.
It was
That'll be fun,
also
actually.
Yoko's birthday that just passed.
It was.
Yes, congratulations for your birthday and staying alive another year.
Thank you.
Good job.
And no, I was thinking of when I saw the Rock Love account say happy birthday to you.
Oh yeah, and you thought I was talking to myself.
I was like, oh my gosh, never stops.
Our favorite model. Yeah, I'm writing that to myself.
I can see that.
No.
I could see that happening. All right, one more thing before I guess we get to the episode. Yeah, not much coming up. I guess it's literally 2 weeks before Comic-Con.
Right.
The drought. This is the calm before the storm. But these have been out for a while, and I haven't seen them. I put the word out to my wife. I'm like, if you see these, pick them up. The Star Wars Oreos, they're either all dark side or all light side.
Mhm.
There's a YouTube poll. People are gambling, I guess. 63% say dark side. 37 say light. Ernie is going to be the bookie for this one. The cool part is the artwork on this. It's hard to throw away because it's by Greg Hildebrandt. And I used to collect a lot of the Marvel cards by the Hildebrandt brothers in like the 90s. They do really great artwork. So it's hard to rip through this.
I think they were doing some kind of like sweepstakes to win like the art. Did you see that?
Oh, really?
You should enter.
Is that what this is? It says collect all 10 dark side and all 10 light side cookies. What am I going to do with these?
Let me see if I can find it.
Someone scan this. Scan to fulfill your destiny. I'm not sure how a pack of cookies can fulfill my destiny. Maybe that's episode 3 of The Acolyte. So yeah. Hey, what's up, Dave? Thank you. This is my new-ish mouse pad.
What's
was here briefly.
What's the lettering under the SKU, Kev?
Oh.
Are you gonna guess?
you're
You're
gonna
gonna
What's
spoil
the
it?
what's the lettering under the?
There's a
Can I see it? Okay, thanks. Got it.
What is
Okay.
it? Is it the B?
No, go ahead. Do your thing.
I wanna know what this QR
I'll tell
code
you.
is.
I'll tell you after. But go ahead.
The QR code goes to Oreo Star Wars Canada. Are you older than 13? Yes. You can buy cookies on. Oh, I guess you can buy cookies online, and take the quiz.
Oh, yeah.
Should we take the quiz?
I don't know, but when you pop, did it pop up for you? When it pops up on desktop, there's the sweepstakes to win.
Sweepstakes.
They're
Good word.
signed by Greg Hildebrandt.
I just I did mine on Instagram.
I'll enter
It pops
for you.
up real quick too.
All right, maybe I need to take the quiz. Should I do the quiz first?
Yeah.
He stole my NFT. Is that what's happening?
I got them all already.
Start your training. Your dark side or light side destiny awaits. Start. This is pretty cool for buying cookies. Who would you choose as a study buddy? Count Dooku or Obi-Wan?
Dooku.
Oh, Obi-Wan.
Obi-Wan. Come on. Marie.
Dooku
You
knows
should know
more.
me.
I don't want. He's not going to be a fun study buddy.
Planning a vacation always includes a trip to Endor. I hate the
Endor.
cold,
Nope. Right now, Hoth.
says the guy from Canada. Is there a point to this? What ship would you rather fly to explore Star Wars? The Millennium Falcon.
Yeah.
This
TIE
hunk-
fighter.
this hunk of junk.
Okay. So
There's no
Kevin
light
and I are
room.
light side and Ernie is dark side.
He did fend off a small child with a lightsaber. A
Heck
fun night
yes.
out starts with friends at Mos Eisley or Maz's castle. I don't know. The cantina looks pretty good.
Cantina looks
Moss.
dirty. I'll go.
I'll go to the
Moss.
castle. Yeah.
Okay. We just changed.
Because there's no
Arm
floor.
dark side. It's a chore day. Choose your helper. Well, an actual battle droid or a Grievous? Because Grievous has 4 arms. That immediately doubles the productivity.
Yeah, this is the
Protocol
battle
droid is just going to be like, you're doing this wrong. You're doing that wrong.
The
And,
battle droid.
Battle droid would actually do it wrong though.
I'm destined for the dark side.
What? That's surprising.
Download and share with your
Wow.
friends.
When you picked nothing but light side answers,
Except for battle droid.
that's
right.
funny.
The book
All right,
Dooku
question.
Jedi lost
Wow.
kind of gave him a Harry Potter vibe, says
Mhm.
Dave. All right, here we go.
Wait, can I give you a hint for next week though? You'll be able to take another quiz online for everyone next week. That's all I'm going to say.
Here?
Yeah, online.
Oh, okay. But I love dropping hints that I don't know about for my
I
channel.
know, I
Thank you,
know.
Yoko. That's great.
It doesn't make sense to anybody, but we'll be taking a quiz next week.
Taking a whiz. 1 serving equals 2 cookies. All right, I'm going to have several servings. And
Put 5 in your mouth.
survey says... Before we go ahead, I want to talk to you about tonight's sponsor, and that's Squarespace. No, I'm kidding.
Wish it was Oreo though.
How come you can't see it? Is it too dark? Oh, I missed. It is dark.
Ah.
Yeah. Dark side.
Wait, the quiz knew then. The quiz,
quiz
knew you
knew.
were going to get dark.
Do you think
side
it was the
cookies.
code?
Show me
It's
the
pre-
boba cookie.
It was predestined.
Oh, maybe it was.
We have a scout trooper.
Boo.
Jabba the Hutt.
Ew.
Looks terrible.
Yeah.
You have it upside
upside down.
down.
It looks
Upside
better
down
that
looks
way.
like a queen hornet of some sort. Do hornets have queens? No, it looks like Ray Fillet from Ninja Turtles. What does your mind see?
I see Metaluna mutant.
That
I see Pizza the Hut. Yeah.
That's that's Django.
No, it's not. That's
That was
boba.
that is
Paul's
Din
joke,
Djarin, the Mandalorian.
No, it's not.
Ooh, Darth Vader. Do I have everything? This is great. All right, this is 4. I don't think I can do 4. This is insane.
What if it's 2x2?
Like a chipmunk? So what was the cheat code, Ernie?
For those who want to know, go ahead and listen. For those who
Uh-huh.
don't want to know, 5,
Uh-huh.
4, 3, 2, 1. On the back side of the thing underneath the barcode, it's either going to have an A or a B. A is light side, B is dark side. You had a B.
I'm so lame.
It is. So you can actually
Dang.
choose what you want on the thing. Yeah.
I was way off. Only 2 cookies.
You need some milk. Was that? Oh, how many was that? Was that only 3?
It was only
Oh.
2.
My guess was
Don't
3.
need that. What if I crush it down and then put a third one in? Does that count?
No.
Sure.
It go the first time.
I just wanted him to do it. Get some milk in there too. Cram another one in. Does Firenze's count?
There's so much food, Yoko. You take over.
Oh yeah. My dad used to work for Nabisco. Fun fact. Totally helpless now though.
That is fun.
Yeah.
What's your favorite snack from Nabisco?
Well, the thing is, like, I was also not allowed to eat a lot of sweets as a kid, though. As an Asian kid.
Boo.
Yeah. Oh no! Wait, are you? Is Kev dying?
Are you
Is Kev
choking?
on an Oreo?
Bro, give the international sign for choking. He did it. Oh my god. I don't think the boba's going to help because then you're going to choke on a boba next.
Oh, that does
Like,
happen.
Yeah, you
That's the
just
smartest
jammed
thing you've
more.
ever said. Yeah,
Man.
it only compounded the problem.
Yeah.
Oh my god.
That's too
You're good.
thick.
Yeah.
All right. Oh my god.
Sometimes those balls just go straight down your throat.
Whoa.
Yoko,
I don't know what
Yoko,
you're
Yoko.
doing.
With Boba.
Where's DK? DK doesn't live here, guys. While I try to keep myself alive, Yoko, can you help us do a quick plug for a friend of the channel, sponsor of the show?
I can't reach my stuff, but if you're looking for some new gear for the con or any other cons, or just this summer, head over to heroesvillains.com and pick up some stuff. And while you're there, throw in that code BOBA20, like some other people that like RMD has, and
Bad Wolf?
Bad Wolf. I wanted to call him Dark Wolf. For some reason.
Whatever you want.
But
Dark Wolf.
Boba20 will get you 20% off your order. And if they happen to have another sale going on, which I don't think they do today because they just had a big sale, but next time you can stack those codes for big money off.
Yeah,
Boba20.
it's super hot out. You can get shorts, performance wear if you're working out or going for a jog. Lots of cool stuff. I think I'm gonna wear my X-Wing pilot backpack, the Rogue Squadron backpack, to San Diego. I had it last week. I went down to Heroes World. I was wearing it, and they're like, "That's a cool backpack. I need a new Star Wars backpack."
Right.
And usually get some pretty good compliments from people when they see the stuff. So if you're out and about and you want to kind of show off your fandom or just wear something from Star Wars or Marvel or DC, something like that, go check out Heroes and Villains at heroesvillains.com. What's Yoko have?
I found my stuff.
It was right. Yeah. Bad Wolf got that hip pack. So hip.
Yeah, the Sabine bag. That can be a backpack or a crossbody.
Such a nice bag.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, that's really cool.
I think he already immediately put his camera in it. Fit nicely.
Yeah, it did. I think it might be my camera bag too.
Yeah.
Hell yeah.
And I can fit a water bottle in it. It's gonna be great. It's gonna be a great con bag.
But yeah, if you see us out at the con, come say what's up. But yeah, if you need some fresh gear for the summer or preparing for fall or the con, check out heroesvillains.com. And Ernie, what codes can the people use?
Right here.
Oh,
right here. Code BOBA20. Get your 20% off your order at heroesvillains.com.
sweet. Perfect. Yeah, I can't wait to get my stuff in. All right. We're going to go. I think that's it for news. And unless you're in the chat and you have something that you want.
I'm sure I'll think of something.
For collecting habits and collectors, Ollie's is already starting to get in their stuff for holiday season, and lots of Black Series just showed up. Speaking of some of those holiday figures, some of the Christmas holiday figures are there, and there's 2 waves showing up. I know one of them for sure is the Andor wave. So check your Ollie's; they're only $9.99
for Black Series.
Yep.
Are they upping the price because they know people are buying it now?
No, I think that was it last year, wasn't it? What was it last year?
Was Black Series always $9.99? I don't think so, man. I think they were $5.
No, I got some figures from somebody who sent me some, and I paid $9.99 last year. I even paid $11.99 for some.
Well, that's because they tacked on a couple
At Ross, they were $3.99.
It's insane.
Yeah, but that's for Black Series so far. And they did get a restock of those vintage Jabba Skiff series back at Ross, and those are $3.99. Yeah.
All right. Yeah. Again, I'm sure if you think of something, let us know. I'm sure Yoko will figure it out and let us know also.
Probably.
But we're gonna get into episode 7 of The Acolytes. So spoiler warning. But if you don't care about spoilers, thank you for sticking around. Or if you haven't watched it yet, watch it and then come watch the replay afterwards. Be happy to have you here. Episode. Oh, I have notes.
You have notes?
Like I'm freestyling. Memory's going terribly. Like the name of this episode. We're starting off, and it's called
Choice.
Choice, of course. Is my choice to let Yoko chime in there. Not because I forgot, but I think this is what were we all hyping this up in our heads, in our minds, like the episode of the flashback to Brendock 16 years ago, to find out what really happened, because last week Master Soul's like, I'm going to tell you the real truth. So were you guys just like, reading the description for tonight's episode and really pumped going in, Yoko?
I didn't really think about it. To be honest. I was thinking more about last week's episode more than like what was going to happen this week, if that makes sense, And
Right.
actually, I did rewatch last week's right before. But then when I saw the episode finally go up and I saw the description said like the bitter truth will be revealed or something like that, and that's when it hit me. I was like, oh, we're finally getting the opposite flashback scene.
Yeah,
Not opposite, but you know what I mean. I
filling
guess
in the
kind of
blanks.
opposite. Yeah. So we finally got it.
Ernie, what about you?
I didn't read the description or anything for this one. I was going in like already feeling like this has to be the flashback episode. It's episode 7. So I was happy with it, and it brings a lot of questions to lore. So that was cool.
Brings a lot of questions. What, sorry?
To the lore of Star Wars.
Okay.
Like what went on with the witches and stuff. So, and then again, like, gosh dang it, dude.
We finally got some answers, right?
Right, exactly. That's what I was gonna say.
Yeah.
If this would have been dropped as a whole, there wouldn't have been all. Oh my god, it's just, yeah.
Yeah.
I get it. Like I get it, but I mean, as a person, God, she had to be eating herself up inside because of like, will you guys just shut up and wait? Like all the answers are there, and like she can't say it. The director, because of everything. You know what I'm saying? Like, there is so much. There was answers here, and she got so much ridicule and the hate towards it.
Yeah.
And here's your answers.
Yeah.
And it adds, like I said, to the Star Wars lore and all the stuff from me. Like, yeah. It's a shame.
Yeah.
Yeah. And Torben might be worse than Yord, Like, man.
Dude, he totally was.
Talk about deserving to be slapped.
Yeah, like that
what a baby.
Really was.
Yeah.
Oh, I need to find.
But then at the same time, though, for Soul to act the same way when he got there, that was kind of too.
We'll get there.
They shouldn't have went through with it.
Yeah.
I'm trying to find the link for the audio captions from last week.
Yeah.
Yoko, since you've been
thank you.
Since you've been thinking hard about last week's episode.
Screensaver. Yeah. It's not really, but it should be.
So basically, I guess it's a descriptive text for episodes for the blind, right? So it reads it out, what's happening. It describes the scenes along when it's silent in an episode. So it kind of reads it out. And knowing the things that we saw last week in the episode, some of the descriptions might have appeared a little what word would you use to describe this? Spicy, risque, steamy, like the baths that he was in. Here's a sample that we saw. I didn't think this was real, but I think Winger Lou's verified it, that fact checked. We love fact checking here. We want to make sure everything we talk about is 100% true.
Right. We do.
Let me know if you hear audio for this.
While Osha observes from a hiding spot in the rocks. As he begins to untie a belted
It's
knot
low.
around-
Yeah.
It's low. You got to go louder.
All right, let's start this over.
Yes, please.
He unties
Relax.
the knot from his shoulder and tucks it, while Osha observes from a hiding spot in the rocks. As he begins to untie a belted knot from around his waist, she straightens up for a better look. He begins to undress, revealing a prominent scar on his well-toned back.
That part was
Not on
necessary.
his billowy-legged hakama pants, he steps forward with the sunlight accentuating his taut muscles. He wades barefoot into the pool. Osha stalks out from her hiding place, tightening her grip on May's knife.
Oh.
My clothes back on.
With slow, deliberate movements, he gets out of the water.
Wondering how I can meet you live.
He grins.
I can't.
Dude, I can't. If I'm watching this and then I hear he grins in the middle, like in between lines, completely just ruins the show. This is like watching Arrested Development, and like you hear Ron Howard going, "He did not."
Getting dressed and gives her a crooked stare, his dark hair hanging loose over his face.
No.
Because I failed! She ignites the lightsaber and backs him against the mouth of the cave, holding it to his throat. Her anguished eyes stare at him unfocused.
Okay, that's fine.
Understand.
Pressed against him, she meets his sympathetic gaze.
I lost everything, Osha. But when you lose everything, that's when you're finally free.
He gently takes hold of her arm, the red blade still throbbing right in front of his face.
Whoa!
Whoa!
Yeah, he does.
Calm
Whoa.
down.
The blade was
Yeah.
Thank you for the reminder, win or lose. It'd be
Jeez,
worth
it was
getting
just short of
demonetized for
saying
that.
it was veiny. God.
The kids call it smutty.
Mm.
Grump says, "What kind of bootleg, dude?" Apparently, this is right from the Disney app, man. Like
Yeah, it
the
is.
descriptive audio. And a little, I think there's descriptive audio and then there's overly descriptive audio.
There's
and I
the
think-
choice of using the word throbbing.
Yeah. Mm. Well, anyway, how can anyone focus after that? But
Tell me about it.
so we flashback to 16 years ago, and Torben, Kalnaka, Indara, and Sol are on Brendock, and they're looking for coins, right? They're going around with the metal detectors on the beach looking for coins, and they're looking for a virgins, which is a concentration of force energy that when it's so concentrated it could create life, like all the foliage and plants and everything that's thriving on the planet, throbbing even on
Because
the
it
planet.
was a dead planet.
Yeah. Jennifer Voorhees, welcome to the show. Says, what did I just walk into? Oh my god. Yeah, that's fantastic. And so, you know, they're looking for this virgins. I don't know why they chose a metal detector to it just
I
kinda-
thought that was a little funny too.
I did too. It took me out a little bit. I don't like when they do that sometimes because, right, we see real world stuff through Star Wars, like that's a thing, but they do it up, right? The communicator was a razor, lightsaber was part of a old camera flash tube, like like that. This was just a straight metal detector.
They don't
you
often use it for the thing that it's used for in our world.
There you go.
Right?
Right. Yeah.
They either like you said, dress it up or
Yeah.
put extra details on it,
Not
or
altered,
it's
yeah.
it's something else.
Yeah.
It's it's just very strange.
It was so
that
bad.
they use the metal detector and they're combing the island looking for
Comb
it.
the
And I know
desert.
you love coins, Ernie, so you like that part, but
Did you?
Yeah.
I always wanted. I like when I was a kid. I always wanted a metal detector to go hunting. I never did.
of course.
I swear to God, I get stuck on TikTok on those because of the same thing.
Yeah.
as soon as TikTok hits and it shows the guess what I found metal detecting today, I'm like, ooh, what did you find? Yeah, and now I want to see a Kalnak TikTok of him. Look what I found on Brendock.
Brett W says funding is tight back home, looking for coins. The Jedi Council is sending Jedi through the corners of the universe looking for virginces. But also, if there's some spare change, if there's any couches, look under the cushions, bring them back.
You know, he's keeping it too.
The council is not for profit, okay? It's like they don't get much money from the Republic. So
he be jangling. You hear it in his pocket. Like, did you find anything? He's like, You could hear it.
Yeah, ice cream maker.
Yeah.
Is that the one?
The running of the woods. Yes.
Yeah. Camtono.
Oh, everything's gonna fall.
Mine's in the corner.
Yeah,
I have right here.
Yeah, so they've been here for 7 weeks. 7 weeks doesn't seem that long, but young Padawan Torben is a little upset. 7 weeks, he's like, I want to go home to Coruscant. The actor's from he was on Game of Thrones, and
oh, really?
Some of his lines made me feel like I want to go back to King's Landing. It seemed Game of Thrones-esque.
Mm-hmm.
But yeah, he's one of the kings that he jumped out. He jumped out of the window. I don't know if you guys remember this. Anyway, I'm watching House of the Dragon also. It's great. But they're there. They're looking for force energy. They're picking plants and throwing them in a blender, and they're looking for coins. It's all very strange.
He made that look so teen-like, right? Like, I hate doing this. Like when you ask your kids to do the dishes, the way that he was just
he was great. Oh, there you go. Prince Tommen. Thank you, Dave.
Oh, that's him? I didn't know that.
Are you a big Game of Thrones fan, Ernie?
I binged it. It was
okay.
Good. I haven't rewatched it.
Yeah, it's pretty great. Brent W says, seconding everything you're saying about taking you out of it. I had that thought the whole time while watching the episode. If you're from Coruscant and you spend 7 weeks in the woods scanning moss, you're gonna go nuts. That's true.
That's true.
Yeah,
but
that's fair.
But as a Jedi, even as a Padawan, isn't patience one of the first things you're supposed to master?
That's a great point.
That's why he is not a Jedi.
And that's why I will never be a Jedi.
And is that why Trinity had them all? Are all three of them like bad kids? Soul, Kanaka, and Torben? She's like, hey, can you just take them out? Tell them they're looking for a virgins. I don't know.
Get them out of here. Have them comb for, just take a big comb and sweep. Comb the desert.
Comb the desert.
Yeah, but it's at this point where they all split up, and we cross over to episode 3 where Master Soul sees the twins arguing in the forest, and he kind of spies on them for a little bit, right?
Yeah,
which was pretty funny.
Bro, he was creeping hard.
He kicked something over, and they heard a sound. Like, you're not a very great spy, but he brings it back, and he's like, "We have to tell the council." So
he climbed a wall to go in their house. I thought that was crazy.
He climbed a big wall.
Yeah, he straight Spider-Man that thing. And I was like, okay, this is happening. I really thought he was going to do like this super Jedi jump or something when he looked at it. And then next scene, dude, I heard like the 70s Spider-Man theme song. And he was going up, and I was like, okay, I guess this is a thing.
I liked when he went back to the ship, and then he's like, we found a cult of Force users, and they're like, I think they're witches. And Torben who goes, like Night Sisters. Right, so there's that mention explicitly, like right there, which was cool to hear. But they kind of just like, Night Sisters don't take on children,
right?
But one of the things for me from this episode was there wasn't that much that happened, unless you guys remember from episode 3 that Soul seems really connected to Osha.
Yeah, that's what he said.
Right?
The thing I was thinking about there was because in Trinity, what was her name? Whatever, said to him a couple times, like, don't confuse what you want for what you think she wants, right? Like, I think she said that to him a couple of times.
Mm-hmm.
Well, in the beginning, she teased him, right? She's like, well, that's why I have a Padawan and you don't. So was he
Right.
feeling a little jealous? And in his mind, he's like, I can be somebody's, I can have my own apprentice. I can have a Padawan. And he wants it so bad that he's just making this up in his head. Like, yeah, I feel a connection with her.
Or like somehow can he manipulate the Force to, to force that connection, essentially, is what I'm trying to think,
Yeah, and I can get that too, because that was kind of weird, because this is where you get into the lore of Star Wars, because, right, you had that with Anakin and Qui-Gon, where he's like, no, he needs to be my Padawan. So here's showing it like earlier days, like you're saying, does the Force cause that? Or was it some type of manipulation? Because we're getting it over again, right? Because she even told him the same thing of he's too old. So there was that age thing again of saying Osha was too old. No, she can't. She's too old. Yeah. So again, like, dude, there hasn't been a saying, right, of when do you take in these kids to start learning to be a Jedi? Like baby?
They're babies. Yeah.
I know when we walk into Yoda teaching those younglings, like those were kids, but man, there was, kids.
I think they take them so early, like before they develop an attachment to family, right? To like a mother or a father, because that was, the downfall of Anakin. Like your thoughts dwell on your mother. Yeah. My thoughts dwell on your mother. Oh,
of Qui-Gon, kind of and your mother's so big, she's Jabba the Hutt. Like Qui-Gon and Anakin, that's where I'm saying this really makes you think of the Star Wars universe, this episode of, okay, so we're tying things together here, because you're right, Yoko, he was so on it, right? He was adamant about it, like, no, I'm going to be your master. And so, so the Force causes that.
Yeah, so it was Torben's, like, his motivation of, I just want to go home real bad, and acting out.
I want to play video games.
Yeah, I want to go play Fortnite. Or Master Soul's like, yeah, we have a connection. Like, she should be my Padawan. It's some of these through this episode that I didn't really feel they set that up that strongly. Like the motivations didn't seem that, the foundation of it didn't seem that strong. But I think there are a few things in this episode that really didn't hit the mark again. Mads is here in the chat. Tenio Toys, how are you all doing? Thank you for tuning in. Tenio says, so they don't have parental attachment. There you go. Because Anakin's like worried about, leaving Shmi behind, and he ends up going back and seeing what happened to her, slaughters a whole bunch of sand people.
But again, think of the Jedi. Oh, congratulations, you just had a kid. We're going to take him.
Right.
And they go back to that line again. It's like, we're going to take your child to test with your permission. But the way she said it was like, the Jedi, we're going to take her with your permission. There's the scene where we know Torben, the whole crew goes up there to stop the ceremony, and we know Torben kind of like loses control and he kneels down, and we're like, whoa, what the heck happened there? His body got taken over. That part was cool. When Mother Anastasia was just whispering thoughts to him.
Yeah.
Very powerful.
And kind of controlling him.
I thought she was like going to seduce him.
Well, she was seducing him in nowhere.
Yeah. But,
not really in the ways that you're thinking, Yoko, but it's a seduction of another type.
Right.
And
she's like, there's another?
She could really also read his thoughts too.
Yeah.
Because she knew everything that was going on of his feelings and background, everything. So she's very powerful.
She's in his head. She's like, I know what you have, like desires you're not supposed to have. I can take you back to Coruscant.
Yes,
just say the words. She's like, I can take you.
Because too, if you think about it, while that was going on, she was interacting with Trinity and Soul, but yet was doing that in his head. So wow.
That's like me doing this and then managing the chat at the same time,
Yep.
and then also messaging people on the side like, "Hey, what else is there?" You know, it's I'm a witch, is what we're saying here.
Wow,
Right.
finally admitted it. Huh?
Shoot, what else happened? There was one line where when they're doing the test, they're testing the twins on the ship, and kind of Osha reveals, she's like, "Oh, mama says everyone must be sacrificed to fulfill their destiny." And I thought, like, at that point they all died, because we were wondering one of the questions we wanted answered was, how did they all die and why were they all dead in the same room?
Yeah.
Right.
We still didn't get that answer though. On the mother, the other mother. What's her name?
Coral?
Coral? Is it Coral? Coral?
Like that.
Yeah.
Coral.
Because, and that's what I was saying, of like, that was crazy for both of them. Like, they turned into dark side essence, which has only been talked about. So basically they're saying like that's how the Emperor died at the end of Jedi. You see his essence fly out, meaning like everybody kind of took that as, oh, he's still alive type thing. So to see them change into that and disappear, but then when she was doing it to May, that was crazy. Like, what does that mean? There was some stuff in there as far as the Virgins was helping creating them, yet she turned into essence, and she was taking the daughter with her. And then when they got the blood sample, he had said the same thing as far as they're the same person but split into two.
Okay, you're talking about like three different things at once.
Yeah, it's hard to follow because you don't use any names, or it's just yeah.
Yeah.
The mother is very powerful, and she turned into an essence, and at the same time she tried to turn May along with her, like as an escape.
Right.
And then the other mother, Coral, did it as well too, but we don't know whatever happened to her.
Well, they're all dead. Do you think she's dead? Well, it was jumping ahead a little bit.
Yeah. Wait, because I was going to say something.
We can bounce around.
No,
you said they're all dead right now. That's why I jumped into that.
But now you went too far ahead, and I forgot what I was going to say.
All right.
This is why we have notes. All right, that's fine. We jump ahead. She first of all, Torben and Master Soul go confront the two mothers, the two main mothers, and you know this is when they see the fire happens and May runs out, and I was confused because Master Soul sees her and he goes Osha, and I'm like, wait, that's not Osha. So I thought he was confused because they're twins, you know.
He's all crazed for Osha.
And then I realized afterwards he was just worried about Osha and he was just saying it, I guess. But when Mother Anastasia, you know, like Ernie said, she's about to turn into the vampire bat, you know, she's turning into the smoke. His first reaction is to just saber her through the chest.
That was crazy.
But he didn't. I didn't think he meant to, though, right? Like, was he
trying to do then?
I don't know. Like, I thought
he did.
I didn't think he meant to.
Dude, he went straight to the right in the middle, man.
Like immediately.
But she was disappearing, right? So I think he didn't know. I think he was preparing herself, especially with the other witches getting into fight stances. And I don't know. I got the vibe that he was just he turned around to get into position, and then she came back, and he stabbed through her chest.
No, he knew she was standing there, and
I thought that's why she
stabbed it right into that space.
I thought that's why he didn't fight after that, because he
didn't fight afterwards. How I read it was that because she told him, I was gonna let her go with you, which is also strange. But when he realized, like, oh, she was gonna let her go with me, I didn't have to stab her. Now I feel kind of bad, and I'm gonna fight passively, and I'm not gonna use a lightsaber. I'm not gonna use a weapon, against Coral. But why would she? What was she gonna do when she turned into the bat? When she saw, you know, May run out, and May says, "There's a fire." She's just like, she's kind of building up to what was she gonna do? Obviously, we thought you were gonna fight. but she's like, oh, joke's on you. I was gonna let her go with you. She chose you, and you stabbed me for the wrong reason. Ha 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 ha. Like,
I feel the same thing.
strange. Like, am I reading that wrong?
No, that's what I felt too. I don't think it was an accident like Yoko saw. Like, and you think it's an accident, right? He didn't mean to?
I felt like it was an accident the way I saw it.
Okay. See,
But
and
I
yeah.
watched it that one time, right? So I don't know.
Yeah. Yeah.
That's what I saw, and his reaction to me seemed like that too. But
No, I thought he went.
I
kill
could be
her?
wrong. I'm just saying that's how I interpreted it on first watch.
Yeah,
Yeah.
that's fair.
Yeah.
I think he did. I think he didn't know what to do. I think for the first time of seeing them transform into an essence was like, what the heck's going on? And he did. He stabbed what he could of her. And then I agree with Kevin, because after that I felt like he was very passive as far as, oh my God, I killed her. What did I do? And didn't want to fight anybody else, because I think he knew at that point he did wrong.
He plunged it. He plunged the
Yeah.
throbbing saber like dead
Whoa.
center. He was not winding up. He wasn't doing anything like, but he meant, it looks like a strike. Like he was going for it.
And then as you talked about when he called May Osha, I think at that time when he saw that he got it wrong was the whole thing of, maybe I'm not connected to her. Because why did he call her that?
I don't know.
Well, but does that have something to do with them being two parts
same
of the
person?
same person?
Right.
Yeah.
Right.
Anyway, but I don't know. Like when they were dissolving, like I thought she was gonna like transport them to the
Carry
fire,
them
right?
away?
Huh?
To carry
Yeah,
them
like I don't know
away?
how their powers work, but I thought they were gonna teleport over to the fire and try to get Osha out or something like that,
Yeah.
or stop the fire.
Yeah. Maybe it's more clear on a rewatch what their intentions were. We're gonna bring it back a little bit. We see the fire when May starts the fire, and from this perspective, I don't know how you guys read the scene and her emotions, which was pretty good. She seemed shocked. I think it. I asked my wife, I'm like, why did she seem shocked to you? Or there was a theory mentioned before that she was also possessed to start the fire, but we didn't see that at all here.
No.
It looked like she was trying to burn the book that meant so much to Osha, and then as a result the fire spread, and she didn't expect it to go that poorly.
That was
right? Or
She was also being a brat, trying to ruin
her sister.
Osha's.
Yeah.
But
I still find that just like, okay, so the couple of things like the metal detector, and then that I really thought that it was the Jedi, like something happened, and then to turn out that it was her who started that tiny fire right there inside of a rock, and it got that big. Like, that's crazy.
Yeah.
I didn't expect that. I really thought there was some type of sabotage from the Jedi that was going to happen and show, but it didn't. It was her little book fire started all of that.
Kind of, though, but it was still the Jedi. Like it was them showing up, pissing the witches off.
Mm-hmm.
Mama Coral told her to get pissed and make bad decisions, right?
Yeah. She was egging, like she was prodding her, like get mad.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, go do that. And then she smashes the controls, like now no one gets in or out.
Yeah.
The really cool part, Coral dissolves and goes, and Torben's like, you're not gonna get me this time. I fortified my mind. She's like, not this dude. Also, some people mentioned when Kelnaka's wearing the robes, it's just a regular dude with robes, and then they put like a Wookiee mask on. So like there's not that much bulk on his arms or body or anything. But in this fight scene, which I have to admit was, pretty badass. And I think myself, along with other people, were like, dude, Kelnaka died after like 2 scenes. We didn't even get to see him fight. Like, that's so stupid. Obviously it jumped the gun a little bit, but we get the fight scene here, the payoff here for that. And some of the slow-mo stuff was really, really good when he swipes at Master Soul and they disarm each other's lightsabers. That was pretty crazy, and they're ultimately saved by Indara, who comes in and does a little force thing and kicks the coral out of Kalnaka's head, but at the same time, this answers this question: how did all those witches die in a room without any fire or fighting, anything like that? Were they all combining their powers to make her stronger to do this?
To control Kalnaka, right? Like it was.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It seemed like that.
It was a hive mind situation.
Yeah, I wanted to see a little bit more of what Indara did to shut them all down.
Yeah.
Is
that like her Jedi power or something? She basically killed them all
from the Matrix. She removed the plug out of the back of their head.
Correct. Yeah, basically.
Is that it?
I thought the same thing. Yeah. I don't know. It was weird because, like I said, Coral disappeared and turned into Kanaka, but then
wait,
whatever.
Coral disappeared and turned into Kalnaka?
Yeah, she's the one who took him over, right?
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
I see what you mean. Like she didn't turn into Kalnaka.
No, she got into his mind or her essence. I don't know, however it was.
But it was all of them that did.
And then I think all of them together is to make her strong to stay there. But then Trinity knocked them all out. I really thought we were going to see like another black dot show up next to her eye. Like as if she removed the evil or something that was controlling them.
Yeah, Trevor, good to see you. Yeah, it has been a few weeks, right? This episode does kind of miss the mark, and I don't know if I set the expectation too high or hyped it up too much. It's because they built it up for 5 episodes or whatever. But yeah, like I mentioned, the motivations for Torben and Sol, and now she just goes like this and gets rid of Coral and the whole coven of witches, like just mind wipes all of them. They all pass out.
Yeah.
That's pretty crazy. And did you guys get the vibe like she's like, oh, I'm gonna talk to the council and see if we can train them. You guys go on ahead. I don't think she ever talked to the council.
Yeah, I don't
She's
know.
like, you're not allowed to train her.
Yeah.
I think she just made it up. Lars, welcome back, says it's lightsaber version of an itchy trigger finger. I don't know, man. There's a difference between accidentally igniting a saber and just going and stab right there. I think Torben held his own against the archers. That was really awesome. But Kalnaka crushing his face, we get to see that's how he got the scar. What did you two think of that fight?
The fight was fun.
Yay, fun fight.
It was fun to see Kanaka, like you said, like that's what we wanted to see, but I felt so bad for him,
The Wookiee?
Yeah. He didn't want to fight them.
Yeah, we never hear his side of the story, and now we never will. Diggs Fig says, I thought he wasn't sure what she was going to do, so he shot first and asked questions later, which is
not
insane.
the Jedi way.
Yeah, it's insane for a Jedi.
Yeah.
And
he didn't do anything very Jedi-like, though, this episode. He went against everything.
Which is what I guess he's so ashamed of all these years. And through all this, I was like, oh, is this what they're talking about? Jedi don't strike people who don't have a weapon, who are unarmed.
Oh,
right.
They did say that. There was the line about that. Or May called him out on that, right? When he said, what was it? Something I'm just talking, sorry.
Electrical fire, says Deez Turtle.
Yeah, it's still pretty crazy.
Yeah, but so the whole time I'm watching this and I go, oh, he struck her down and she was unarmed. She doesn't have a weapon. And that seems to be what the stranger... Is it the stranger telling May this the whole time? Or is that what May... is that her own thing that she says? Like...
Somebody had a conversation where they said the Jedi don't fight the unarmed, and May was like, but you do, or you did, or something, right? Like, I remember that.
Yeah.
Sorry, I was still stuck on that thought.
So was Lucy.
Yeah.
Yeah, but as I'm thinking, I'm like, how does this connect to the stranger?
Right.
I don't know, because you felt like if he was
that's a good
there.
question.
I
Yeah.
was looking around. Was he there? I thought when Coral was changing, I thought she was going to turn into the stranger,
Mhm.
Yeah.
right? When she was transforming.
I did too. Yeah.
I think that's the biggest problem with this episode is like, cool, we got some of these answers, but like, how does it tie in with the stranger? What does it have to do with him? Because that's the part everybody cares about. That's the part we all care about.
Well,
I feel like it definitely showed that they were.
Part you care about.
I felt like it showed that they were dark side witches,
Yeah.
but I was waiting for the stranger tie-in as well too, and that didn't happen.
But I don't think he has anything to do with the witches. You know.
I don't think so either. But
Yeah.
then why
But-
he's just a random stranger who is using May, her past, in
Yeah.
order to fuel his own vendetta against the Jedi?
I don't know. Yeah.
Is this episode the lesson for us that wait for the tie-in, wait for the answer for next week? That we're supposed to, that, you know, there should be a payoff? Tommy K, that's a great point. Maybe that's why Soul can sense the switch. They both feel the same. They did mention straight up that, like, you said that?
Oh, I said that when about when May walked in and he said Osha, and I said maybe he thinks maybe he can't tell them apart because of the whole 2-for-1 thing.
Two for one.
2-for-1 deal. Yeah.
BOGO.
Yeah.
If only one of them had a Cortosis gauntlet. Oh, shout outs to Rick Dom, who found on
the
Wikipedia a
Yeah.
planet where they have Cortosis deposits, I guess you can mine and make helmets and gauntlets with, that the stranger has his base on. I posted that on the Boba Squadron Instagram. So thank you, Rick Dom, for sharing that. The Wookiee Jedi fight was great. I wanted more, but a lot of the action. You can't knock the fight scenes, I think, in this show. That if there's one saving grace for the series. Kalnaka wasn't a Padawan. It took all the witches to control him. So when Endara broke the link, it backlashed against them all. Yeah, I mean, we can extrapolate that from what we saw. It just seemed like it happened.
And like the witches seem pretty powerful, and she's one Jedi against like 20 of them, 30 of them. I don't know how many there were, but that just
He said
seems
50.
Was it 50?
Yeah, Soul said 50. There's 50 of them in there.
Well, some were archers, though, right?
Eh.
The Wookiee looked like Teen Wolf.
Yeah,
says Trevor.
I couldn't unsee that either. I was totally with Trevor. It totally was. I was just waiting for that music to hit.
For what?
The music to hit. Him in his robes, he looks like Teen Wolf in his basketball uniform.
Oh,
And he starts dribbling and everything, and there's like a whole montage of it, and they play one certain song, and he does really look like that, especially the yellow. They used a yellow uniform for him, and then his robes were yellow, so I couldn't unsee that either.
I finally learned tonight the difference between anticlimactic or climactic and climatic. I'm like, why is something climatic, but then if it's not climatic, it's anticlimactic? One is for weather, and one is for climaxes.
Okay.
Take that how you will.
Yeah.
Been saying it wrong my whole life. They did say it was an abandoned mining operation. The fire could have picked up poisonous gases. Yeah, there's a lot of could-haves, and there's a fine line between giving us every single detail or kind of just illustrating it or doing a better job of showing it on screen, or us here trying to make up backstories for what could have happened. I don't want to do that all the time. I don't want to have to fill in It's not like, oh, do they go to the bathroom? It's like, yeah, you know they go to the bathroom, but you don't have to see every scene. But there's a difference between that and like some of these gaps in the things that were happening tonight. Am I making any sense?
I get what you're saying. I think the fire thing doesn't bother me too much, though. Like, I'm willing to accept that the fire just got out of control, and as DK says, shit happens. You know.
Oh, we're quoting DK now. DK's so quotable all of a sudden.
Like, to me, that's not a big enough deal in the overall story that I'm like, it's fine. You know.
Obi-Wan Chigones, welcome back. Truly has been a while seeing your name also. Who knew Jedi were that easy to have Jedi mind manipulations played in or on them?
Mm-hmm.
Zabrak mom is the master? Is she still alive? Is she still in the bodies? Who knows?
I don't like, did we see her die? I don't know that I can
She went into Kelnaka's body and then Indara unplugged her from the Matrix. So she's not dead.
That's what I was saying. Yeah.
Star Wars characters have been shown to be more dead and ended up being alive. So she's probably alive.
I think they showed her in that shot laying there with everybody else, but are they dead? Are they? She disappeared. I don't know. She's very powerful. So.
Oh, Rick is here. DK bathes one time for us, and now we quote him. No, Yoko.
Please. No. I reject that theory.
Was there anything else that we missed? Again, there were a lot of questions that episode 3 asked, and I feel like most of them have been answered from tonight's episode. Whether or not we like it, I like all of it, is yet to be seen. I don't think there's some stuff missing. What do you guys think?
I wish it was something more than Torben was a cranky little baby teenage boy and threw a fit and got them all killed. Right? Like, I mean, at the end of the day, like, that's what happened. Was he wanted to go home, and so a bunch of other people died.
And the worst part is he got his wish.
Yeah.
That my question is this that bad of a thing where he has to take the vow, where he's just silent for how many years? Does he become a master and then he took the vow? Right? It seems strange. If anything, I think what Soul did was more egregious. That preemptive killing.
I mean,
that's what I'm saying.
More that happened though, because he still becomes a master too. So he doesn't take the vow right away. Yeah. Right?
Does he take the vow and become a master at the same?
Oh, can he? Can he do that?
Is there like an oral exam or just written?
It was everything. I mean, they basically lied. They all concluded with each other, this is a story we're going to give. Yeah. May did this and everything. So maybe it just came to a point as he realizes a lot of people died. Maybe somebody could foresee in the future that, this was going to cause other Jedis to die as well too. There's a lot. Like I was saying from the beginning, there was a lot that you get of answer-wise for Star Wars background, but the way that it was put together in this episode is very strange because we didn't.
What kind of answers you feel were answered?
Like I was saying, like there was crazy to see the essence happen where they turned into basically smoke monster. To say that they were created there. They also made the point that they were on that planet 7 weeks, and I guess they were just looking through the plant life, because then he said we're not alone, so there wasn't other people there, and they didn't know that until he saw them. Like it was just the witches.
Had no life on it.
Yeah.
Allegedly. Right. Yeah. And then they were there.
So there was a mining operation, and then everyone died.
Right. Yeah. Like they didn't explain it fully. They just said that the planet had no life, and then there's that, and then there was lots to it of them being mind controlled, and the sisters are now like the same body, but they're split. There's like a lot, but the story being put together was kind of weird because I don't think we got answers as far as like to tie everything together, if that makes sense. So it definitely needs a rewatch.
Yeah. Thunderhouse says, I feel like it's a good story told sort of poorly and disjointedly, which kind of I felt that way about episode 3, right?
Yeah.
That flashback episode, the core of like it could have been done in one episode, but in like storytelling and timing, obviously this part needs to be later on. Maybe there could have been some jumps, I don't know, to present time.
Mm-hmm.
Like between last week's events and what's happening here. Yeah, it's just not, I don't like how it's done. I'm not saying I'm going to do it better. I'm not saying, it's just I didn't really vibe with how the story was being told. Did I shout out Micro Galaxy Squadron in the house tonight? Good to see you, Cole. Bad Wolf says, forget the vow. Is it worth the poison solution? Is it that bad that you'd kill yourself over that? You'd unalive yourself? Be like, oh, I just wanted to go home, but then I became a master and I achieved something.
I just have such a hard time accepting that from a Jedi Padawan, that he's going to throw a fit like that and talk back to Indara like that and then just take off because, just take off. Like that's the part that I have a little bit of a hard time believing based on the other Jedi stories that we have seen, that he would really just do that. But I still wonder if something else happens. Like maybe he could he have found out about May and kept quiet, or like somehow knew that she was alive, or I don't know, like because the way that she specifically uses guilt with him, I just wonder. Although it was all his fault, so yeah, he should feel guilty.
Oh, hyperspace accident. Thank you, Mads. So there were people mining, I believe, and doing whatever on that planet, and there was a hyperspace accident. They did say that near the beginning. Thank you. And Thunderhouse, thank you.
So nobody's supposed to be there. Right. But somehow Jurassic Park happened.
Somehow. There are issues
Life
when
goes
left.
on.
Is this half a message, Trevor?
He fell asleep.
He's so tired.
Yeah. He went to go watch Empire. He was like, you know what? I've had enough.
Luke was whiny. He was.
Luke was so whiny, but there's a difference between them being like, I don't know. It was different. And people are saying Anakin and Ahsoka too, obviously, but like it was not the same.
Oh, Trevor, here you go. Says, there are issues when people aren't asking what happens next, but what just happened. Well, we know what happened next. This is a flashback. We know what happened in current times. We're also wondering, how does this tie in, if at all, with the stranger, other than him happening to be there, training a person to be his Padawan who had this past, and how that happens next with Osha, and their pressing of lightsabers and bodies against each other.
I saw Tommy's comment, and we did say that. So it was, yet we say, let it all play out, which was true because, how the twins were created now, everything like that. The problem with that is, though, we have one episode, and I feel like we do know the answer. It has to be about the stranger and Osha. Like, that has to finish out. Like, I don't think we're revisiting this at all again. That's why there's questions and stuff about it, as far as, like, we had our scene. Here's our flashback scene that's supposed to tell you everything. And with one episode left, I feel it's like it has to be concentrated on the stranger, Osha, May, and Soul. Those four, like, that has to end it. It's the 8th episode. I don't think, I don't see how this could be revisited, but you are absolutely right, because that's going to be crazy if any of this is revisited.
Yeah. Again, we get it.
Right. It's also not the part of the story we care the most about.
Yeah.
Now what's next is are they going to hold hands, the twins, and become super powerful?
I thought you meant
Station.
I thought you meant Ocean. Stranger.
Relax.
No, Station. They're going to become one. They're going to essence into one. I don't know.
right? And they, two become one. Spice Girls plays, they're the same. What was once is now two, and two, no more than three, but no less than five. So who knows? And then they team up, and do they become one person again? And
that's weird.
And they fight the strange. Yeah, I mean, like, we'll let it play out, but it's like I don't see many conclusions that would really like salvage this or make me. It'd have to be something really crazy for me to be like, holy crap, I never saw that coming, and this is the best show. It's just, it's a Star Wars story. It's like reading Star Wars comics. Not every issue is gonna be original trilogy. There's some stuff in there that hits and misses, and you just go, oh cool, I got a new comic, and that was it. And that's not just Star Wars comics, that's a lot of comics. But yeah, I guess sometimes stuff like that happens, but I want to see how this plays out, and I don't know if they're gonna they hold hands and Captain Planet appears or something. I don't know. I could believe his actions if we got more from the fallout of the council, but I don't really think we will be having a flashback again in the finale, says Cole. That's another thing. What's the stranger's history? People are speculating the whip saber and the scars on his back, on the stranger's back, might be connected. Is that another story that's going to be explored? Is that going to be another flashback for us next week?
Seeing what happened today, I don't think so. I don't think it's going to be answered. It may, but I don't know.
Do you think people who say that are just looking for something to tie?
No, that was great. That was a great theory that was out there. It like definitely fits, right? Like, the way the scar was and everything like that. Like, okay, it has to be her. That was good. There was a lot of people too who were saying that May and Osha were the same. Like, they were going to the effect of she was kind of doing the force projecting, that she's not really there. It's just one person. So they were kind of right on the one person. We found out that answer. So I don't know. There's a lot to there's a lot to see what's going to happen for next episode.
Yeah. I think a lot of the time Star Wars does a decent job of telling two parallel stories at the same time alongside each other. It's just right now I'm having trouble kind of believing one or the other. It doesn't go well together for me. It's just not gelling. Let's see. Mechanized, what's up? Thanks for tuning in. It says, I think if there was a big battle between the Jedi and the witches, episode 7 would have stuck the landing better. Duality of Coral wanting to fight, but Mother Anastasia being passive didn't resolve properly. Yeah, there were some things where it's just like, I don't know, was this cut together poorly that a lot of things didn't flow?
The way that she pushed May was really crazy. Like when May, I locked the door. Yeah, nobody can get in. That was crazy. That was like, okay, you're really wanting her. Like, is that dark side stuff? Get in tuned with the dark side. So I don't know.
Say, how did we get her mad? Teasing him, starving him, singing off key, just doing all this stuff. It's like, yeah, now you're mad. Let's go fight. Go to the cage match. So weird.
People keep talking about like season 2, but like we don't know that that's happening. So it's like we have to assume they're just gonna, like, the story to some degree is gonna be wrapped up next episode.
Yeah.
Here's what's going to be hard with that is they may have all assumed that from the beginning with everything else getting more seasons, right? Like, okay, we'll have a chance to explore it in season 2. The same time, this is the most talked about Disney Star Wars show that is so split on everybody's spectrum that is talked about. You have to wonder, does that play into Disney at all for them to give a green light for a season 2. So maybe they were thinking it, but like Yogo's saying, there hasn't been anything said, like officially or anything. We're not even at 8 yet.
Yeah.
So I don't.
Book of
I don't
Boba Fett
know.
didn't get a second season, Ernie.
I know that really sucks, but I do appreciate Aaron asked for the comment. I think Aaron was right. So yeah.
Did you see there's something posted going around saying that Tamara Morrison was like, I want a full episode on the Mandalorian because he got a full episode on my show.
As Cody.
Mackerson says Chimera and Vernestra's storyline can be explored in season 2. Yeah, it could. I'd rather it now. I would love for it now because to be honest, the Stranger seems cooler, especially his top muscles. What the hell are top muscles anyway from that audio description?
Taut muscles, right?
Top.
It was top, not taut?
It was top. T-O-P.
Oh, it was?
Were you thinking like
T-A-U-T.
I say above the waist.
In an interview, Thunderhouse Design was good, man. It says in an interview, Headland said that she planned this as 1 season, but has ideas for 5.
5.
I mean, no, I don't think any of us want 5 seasons, but
I would like 5 good. I would like 4 stellar seasons to follow this.
I would like this
be
just to
hopeful.
go into a Stranger story. I want more of the Stranger.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Rick says, I think a lot of Disney series, including this one, need to be at least 10 episodes to have the time and ability to tell the story the way it needs to be done. You end up feeling unfulfilled. But like, if that's the case, is there a limit that they have to do 8? Like,
I don't know.
is there a schedule?
Is it like a rule or something? I always go on saying like it'd be cool if that last episode was like an hour or 2.
Yeah.
Almost, I mean, to the same effect of what Rick Dom is saying. Like you always wish that, like, oh man, that 8th episode is going to be 2 hours long. Watch what's going to happen, and they're not. It's usually some of the shortest, right? Today was what, like 45 minutes. Next week it's going to be like 27. As soon as you turn it on, you're like, oh no.
I don't know. I'm feeling kind of bummed that this whole vibe of tonight's show has been kind of negative, and I'm not really feeling that. Was it a great episode? Was it the perfect episode? No, but it gave us some answers that we needed. It's still Star Wars content that we're getting,
Yeah.
And I'm not saying everything has to be rainbows and butterflies, but like we're supposed to be having fun here, So let's not take things too seriously. That's the only point I wanted to make just now.
It says top muscles.
Mm-hmm.
He
Above
steps
the waist.
forward with the sunlight accentuating his top muscles. T-O-P.
Does say top, but was that that could the captions could be wrong though, right? Because that's the
Is it the Disney captions?
but that's not on the screen, right? So that's like the TikTok or whatever transcribed it.
He wades barefoot into the pool.
Oh, maybe because it's moving
Osha
around
stalks out from her hiding
the screen. All right,
Yeah.
sorry. I had to
Rewind
check.
it a little bit
Yeah.
to hear top or what did you say? What did you think it was?
It's got to be
Hot.
It's got to be
Taut?
taut. It's taut muscles. Yeah. T-A-U-T, Ernie. It means tight.
Yeah. Thanks.
Yeah, I know what you mean, Yoko. Like, but I sometimes I can't sit. Like, I want to have fun with these shows, but sometimes I just, if I'm not feeling it, there's a fine line between sitting here just talking shit, like,
That's we're dangerously steering in that direction with the chat's aid as well, because the chat is very much in that direction tonight, and so I'm just trying to pull us back out of it a little bit. We can still have fun.
Well, you got the arms to pull us out, so you got it, man. You're the person to do it. No, but yeah, no, it's like I'm saying, like it's still a Star Wars story that you're getting. It's just not the best one that we've gotten. I don't think we should stop getting Star Wars stories as a result of this. And I would love to see 5 seasons from this time period.
Yeah.
If that were the case, right? It shouldn't be one and done for the 100 something years before the Battle of Yavin, just because even things that are being explored here are pretty cool. It's just personally for me, it's not. This episode wasn't everything. Last episode we had so much fun. Episode before that, loved it, right? So I don't think we're
like, I was feeling okay about this episode, and it's like, oh, I don't know if it's the heat or the Batitudes in the chat or what it was, but I'm like, wait a second, I didn't hate this episode.
That's fine.
Yeah.
Ernie's like, I hated it.
Yeah. Ernie's in a bad mood.
I like the lore of it. I didn't say I didn't like this episode. I said it was a weird episode. The lore in it is awesome because it adds to the background of the story. The way this episode was presented, weird one. Not one of my favorites, but it's still Star Wars. I'll still watch it.
Not enough bathing, though.
Little to no bathing.
Yeah.
Well, they were bathed in fire, if you could count that, John Carmen.
No, not so much.
No. That's called a barbecue. Thunderhouse said, I'm with you, Yoko. I came in happy with the episode, and then everyone changed my mind.
Yeah, see, that's not what we're trying to do here.
I'm not trying to change your mind. I'm just, this is just my interpretation of the episode. There you go, D-Cirtle. Hey, honestly, if you like the episode, not only here but like online, speak up for what you're enjoying. That's perfectly fine. Perfectly fine. Rick says, I enjoyed a good amount of this show, and I think it's not a bad sign that we want more of it.
Yeah, that's fine. Oh, and Thunderhouse says this too. This is the first thing I texted Ernie was the song at the end really threw me off, though.
What song was it?
Because it was like a song with words.
Oh, make it happy, Yoko.
When did it start? Like in the credits?
Yeah, in the credits. But I'm like, I don't remember
didn't
that
hear
ever
it?
happening before.
No, I started late because I was
it's really weird.
I was on Chatmigo, so I started at 9:15, and I ran here right after.
Literally, she texted me, and I had just gotten to it like a minute later, and then that was very strange. It was very R&B, very now. Not even like a funny Star Wars.
Oh, this.
Oh, like
it was.
You mean like
Boba
Fett? Boba.
No, it wasn't even like that. Not at all. It was lyrics and everything. Lyrics, a beat, and it talked about the twins.
It's Victoria Monet, apparently.
It was a song about the twins.
Hip youngster music
called Powdered Chew. Yeah.
Powdered Chew?
Power of Two.
Ah. That is much less insane than what I said. It's like having a song for Star Trek Enterprise. I mean,
it was a little different.
All right. What else with this episode? One left, finale next week, and we'll be on. If it's an hour, we'll have to play this by ear when we start for next week. But we'll be. Do I have baseball? Shoot. Yeah, but we'll be back. And hopefully there's more toy stuff in that time. Chat, anything about this episode you want to highlight before we get out of here? N. Roberts, this one I missed earlier. In my opinion, this had Anakin vibes from the Clone Wars series where they ran in their defying Jedi orders to stand down to save the twins. Yeah, I could see that. It just played out very differently. The whole cover up is pretty gnarly too at the end, right? On the ship.
Yeah.
And they
because
talk
she
about
was so you need to follow the rules, don't do that, don't everything. And then it was immediate. We all agree, right? May started the fire.
Yeah. We're all in
truth.
agreement.
You tell them the truth. Yeah.
Yeah, not enough Indara fighting. She did one wire walk and landed on the Wookiee, and then that was it.
Bro,
This
that was
episode.
dope.
Yeah, it was, but
For
you
her
know,
one move,
doing
that
more,
was like,
right?
that was
For her to
straight
be back.
lucha libre right there, dude. She came in, took him down. That was dope.
Let me see. I don't want to miss any of the other comments. I think that's it. Yoko, but you're right. Let's have fun for the next episode, right?
It's
I'm
okay. It's okay if it wasn't our
optimistic.
favorite. Yeah.
I'm optimistic for the season finale, and I hope it does pay off. Thunder House Design says, I'll be pissed if they don't reveal the method of May and Osha's birth. My phone autocorrects the government acronym. Yeah, I think that's what that TikTok, the captions always had OSHA in all caps.
Yeah.
For that reason. I mean, the reveal the method of her birth. They just did thread stuff. I think I'm good with that, right? They have their own powers and they manipulated threads.
I thought it was in this episode that they said it. That's what I was talking about, of saying that there's a virgins here. That's why he went after them, because he said that there's our virgins. We need the twins as proof we can get out of here.
Is the virgins a thing or like the location?
I think it's a thing, and that's what I'm trying to say about like the Star Wars lore, is that now we have an answer, like even for Anakin or what happened or anything. So of course everybody at the beginning was saying, oh, how could they do that? They're just witches of pulling from threads. That was everybody's answer. But now, like she said, this accident happened, no life for 100 years. The whole planet comes to life. These witches are here and they have twins. So I took that as that was the virgins of what they were talking about with the Force. Like, where's it at? I think it's the whole thing. So I think it's a thing. You'll go like a whole nother part of the Force that they knew how to. It helped them definitely create. And I felt like that was the answer, which then can be set up for answers down the line as like Anakin, because now I've heard the biggest thing that I heard last week is that they do not want to count that comic as canon. And they said that they're going to switch the comic. There's a comic out there that said the Emperor created Anakin.
Oh, okay.
To Shmi Skywalker. There's a comic out there shows them like creating life. Everybody was using that as an example when these twins happen. Like, hey, it's in the comic, and the comics are supposed to be canon, and they count it. Well, as of last week, they were saying that they were going to stray away from that. That it's not. That one wasn't. And then and it just so happens, and we get this episode of talking about the virgins that creates life. So that's where I'm saying of like this episode gave a lot to.
But I'm wondering if it has something to do with that planet, though, right? Like that planet specifically. Like, did they have to be there? Was it the Force from that planet that aided in it? Like, could they have done that? Could they have created life on another planet? I don't know, right?
I'm saying no. I think it is everything.
The combination of all these things.
Yeah, exactly.
It's like a happening. I feel like it's just the Force just building up in certain events wherever it may be, takes them in the galaxy, like a random asteroid shower or something, right? It's just like over time these things happen here and there, and then if you're a Force user, maybe you can manipulate that when it happens to your advantage, and this kind of, I guess, sets the stage for Palpatine doing it in the future or whatever. If the comic's not canon, however it happened with Shmi Skywalker, is she a witch now? Is she a witch?
Right. And can this show that type of thing? You're absolutely right, because then this also gets into the story of the Emperor, like you're saying, of like I was saying earlier. There's so many people who always take that last scene of the purple going out, his essence. That's how the Emperor has survived all this time and like that. So when we see these two witches do that and turn into this type of smoke. That's as I take it immediately is like, oh wow, they're showing it. So to add to like all of this, they're talking about the dyad that we got in the new Star Wars, right? Between Kylo and Rey. And now we have the twins that he wanted so much for their dyad. And then, he couldn't use May, but he can switch to Osha. So, there's like all these little things thrown in there that play to our whole story that people need to look at as well. And that's how I took this episode for those certain type of things. Makes it cool. Like, all right.
Did they call it the Bendu tree, or did we call it the Bendu tree? By we, I mean like the fans.
The fans.
The Bendu tree. I know they called the tree something in the episode, but I can't remember what they called it.
I don't think it was Bendu because I think that would have been like everywhere because of the Bendu.
Yeah.
But
Sir Ian Bendu of
that was a good point.
Yeah.
Thunderhouse design, because Yoda set the tree on fire for that first one that Luke was at as well too.
Yeah.
Lots of trees play into the story of Star Wars as well too, like Poe Dameron being born, and there's a lot.
He was born in a tree?
They have a force tree that was there, and that's where his mother was next to, and kind of like not wished for him, but
Bunta tree is what they called it.
Bunta.
Isn't that the poison tree?
Is it?
Yeah, that's what they use to poison.
They played under the poison tree?
Yeah, that's what they're like. Stay out of here. It's dangerous. Bunta is what they used to have Torben drink. That's what the stranger mixed in the apothecary. Tonight's word, apothecary.
And all I hear out of that is the Bunta Eve race. That was the
I don't know what to tell you,
race.
Man, but that's the poison tree. They're growing poison, and the kids were playing under it. That's how they knew how to use it in the future or in our present time.
Mm-hmm.
Best Car Kid says, "Damn, what an episode! Watched it not once, not twice, but thrice. Has enough time elapsed that you could have watched it in this time."
Mm-hmm.
Best Car Kid, there you go. Really enjoyed it. Seems like. Brent W says they did, but to be honest, don't eat most leaves you find in the forest, kids. Well, yeah, it's a good
point.
It's a good lesson to learn for all the kids watching here tonight. The Bunta Eve Classic. Great Micro Galaxy Squadron set. Carl, what's up, Carl? Says, back to the witches. I thought their smoke form ability was just teleporting, which looks exactly like Marin's teleport in Jedi Survivor. And also confirms...
Oh, really?
Hers is green, though.
Yeah, but these ones are black, and Ernie says the Emperor was purple.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So it's different magic. I think they get different source of magic.
But all kind of tying into the Force.
So the only thing about teleporting, though, then I feel like that should have been quick. Is it quick in the game? And at the same time, she was doing it to the daughter.
Yeah.
It wasn't even that quick that Soul killed her. I don't know. I haven't played that game.
I didn't think their teleporting looked like what Marin does. Because Marin's is very quick. Zap, zap, zap. She shows,
Okay. All right.
Star Wars has been around for so long. There are so many words, Mads. For sure. For sure. And they have to have like experts to remember every single continuity and everything. It's a crazy job for someone like that. I thought it was the TV interpretation of game stuff. I don't know. She saw there was a fire and she heard she saw May come out and say, "Oh, I started a fire by accident, Mom." And she's like, "Oh, here we go again." She's seen it before. As a parent, you can tell she's like, "Oh, not again." And she was getting ready to go save her. I guess Soul took that as some sort of threat.
Yeah.
But still, he could have swung at her ankles or something. You didn't have to kill her.
No.
There's there's something else that I want in 8 as well too. I
Sorry, say
do.
that again?
There
You
is
want-
something else that I want answered in episode 8 as well too.
Oh, okay. I thought you wanted to eat something.
That's what I heard.
No. 8, the number, episode 8 is. I want to know. I do want to know their coven's name because that's been teased a lot. Somebody said like the Night Sisters. Remember, Tobin said that, and she's like, "No, they're not."
Yeah, I think they confirmed they are specifically not Night Sisters.
Yeah, but
everything Carl said was wrong.
they do tease that a lot of the. She says, "Remember who we are." Remember, like, like I feel like somehow this title of the witches is gonna explain something, and of course, it could not be shown at all. But it seems to be hinted at a lot.
Yeah. I am really curious if they were actually all dead or not.
They have to
Yeah,
be.
or-
They're passed out. There's smoke and explosions.
But where the room of them were?
I mean, if it spread
Yeah.
that quickly and things were falling apart, and
I guess
know,
it was.
the bat
Yeah.
cave underneath was falling apart.
But how did May survive?
Yeah, what was down there? Mattresses?
Darth Maul's
That was
legs.
a long fall.
Yeah.
How did she survive?
She ran straight to the tree. She wasn't injured at all. So to say like when she showed up injured at that tree looking for her sister, right? Like they could have showed her limping or hurt in some way. She was not. So that's a good point. How did she survive that drop?
Do they use another Vergence and create the Stranger in the future? Or now, I guess I don't know.
No, that would have to be past. He is in now, right?
Well, like,
And he says he's very old.
episode 7.
Yeah.
Oh, he does say he's very old.
Yeah.
I'm again, some questions answered,
Right.
more questions arise for next week.
Yeah.
So Yoko, you said next week we should plan for some sort of trivia.
Oh, no. I said there will be a new assessment, a new quiz to take.
A quiz is not a
Yeah.
trivia. New
Not
quiz
trivia.
next week. All right. Oh, Best Car Kid. Pretty sure Mother Coral is still alive, but where? I really thought she was gonna morph into the Stranger when she turned into gas.
I did
All right.
too. That would have been crazy.
I thought that was the time. I thought for sure
did
that
I.
was the time.
Yeah.
I did too. I really did. That's crazy because I thought I was crazy for the only one thinking that, and I thought like that's exactly what we were going to see happen. I was like, oh, here it is. He's right here,
Yeah.
and I thought he was going to be exactly the same as of now. Like when she did, like he
Yeah.
wasn't going to be younger. Like they played them being younger pretty good. Like I don't know how Soul did that, but he really
Oh.
did look younger to me, right? In some of those shots, didn't he? To you guys,
I don't
or
know
no?
if they make him look older in like the current times episode,
Uh-huh.
or if there was some sort of de-aging effect, or
Because it was good, right?
Yeah, he looked young, and his hair was
Yeah.
great. I was like, damn, that's a great haircut for a Jedi. And maybe for the older scenes, he's just using his dad as the older
I
version.
don't know.
I've seen that used before, and it
They-
works really well.
Yeah. You know
They
about
really
that?
play that really well.
Yeah,
Yeah.
that's one of my movie making tricks.
Yeah.
Do you have a father? Yes, that will be you, and the younger, you be the younger version. Yeah, it works well.
I mean, Ernie, think about how much younger you look when you shave.
Yeah, that's true. I don't. He looked really good.
He
Like I
just
was
thought
like,
about it. I could tell. He's like, yeah,
yeah.
oh, yeah. That's
But
what
then
I
I
mean.
thought, did he have a beard? He didn't have a beard, so he didn't
No,
shave.
but the hair, it's hair theory.
Oh, the
hair changes
haircut.
It
Yes,
changes
yeah, no.
everything.
Imagine if I had hair to go along with the no shaving. Oh my god,
Yeah, if you had a bowl cut,
I'd be back in high school.
Yeah.
Yeah. Wow. Yeah, I don't know. I thought it was done really well. I did because I was like, dude, he looks young. He really does.
Dude, Matthew, I don't want it to be like they do a flashback and he's like, I was there the whole time. And then they flash back
caught
in
her.
the corner. There's like a little boy watching everything go
He
down.
catches
like,
May when she falls.
that'd be so corny, man.
There is that theory though, and I saw
don't
it
think
again
so.
tonight.
Really? I don't.
Yeah.
think
Okay. So the big one is the stranger is just an apprentice, and it's Pelagus. Pelagus is his master, which then goes to our whole story, right? To the Emperor, to everything, which would be great, and everybody's like expecting that. So they're saying during this ascension, there is one hooded character whose head is larger because Pelagus' form, his head is kind of like oblong. If you look up a picture of Darth Pelagus, and it's covered and you don't see, but you do see a larger head. Well, when they played this one, it was now front and center, and there was a character not shown on the right-hand side of your screen with wearing a hood. You couldn't see the face in dark. And I was like, oh man, is it right there? And then it switches. So, I mean, it could be not that the stranger is there, but Plagueis is there. So,
Fred W says he was just the janitor cleaning up. And he's like, who left this mess?
Yeah.
Oh
Read all
my
their books.
God. That's so, he just picked up. Oh, that's very, very funny.
Maybe he was their cook. Yeah.
But he knew how to use a light. I don't know. We'll see. Maybe there's no tie-in at all. Who knows? Maybe we're just setting up some impossible expectations. Yeah, but I think that's pretty much.
Macho had a theory too, though. A couple above Brent.
And I like John's
Maybe
too.
the stranger crash landed there and was the cause of the hyperspace accident 100
Ooh.
years prior. That's good.
Oh.
Yeah.
And had been the only one there because he knew of the virgins
Maybe.
and was able to manipulate those witches there. That's
Okay.
a good one. Yeah.
I dig that.
But,
He's stranded for 100 years. What
I'm
do you do
rolling
when
with-
you,
I'm
what
rolling
do you
with
do when you're
John's.
just stranded for 100 years? You just do push-ups, man.
Yeah, you work out a lot.
Right?
John said maybe we just couldn't see this Sith because he was so tiny. It's very true.
Oh, Jesus.
Very true.
John, don't play into that.
No, you're right.
Don't. You're only going to make Ernie more confident in that theory, which has been, debunked, by the way.
I think that water was just shallow. He just looks tall. I think he wears heels.
He's
I'm gonna
literally
laugh so
standing
hard
next-
if next episode they keep flashing back and showing him in the background. He looks small, like he was hiding. He was there the whole time. That's gonna be great.
Oh, like a hobbit. Just, nobody
Yeah.
noticed him.
Yeah.
The halflings. All right. I think that's all for this episode. We've picked it apart as much as we could, and there's only so much before, we just have to say wait for the next episode. And I don't know how they're gonna wrap it up in one episode with the stranger, Vernestra.
I am concerned about that.
Is Indara still alive? Is Coral still alive? Why is Torben so upset and
Like a
killed
little
himself?
bitch. Yeah.
Why is Soul? He was okay and he lived with everything. He was able to live his life until this came back to bite him in the ass. Who knows? All we can do is wait and react. And of course,
I'm sorry. With you saying that, was this Soul telling May the whole time? This flashback that we got? Like, is the opening gonna cut to him over her bed and being like, "That's what happened that night"?
But May
Whoa.
knows what happened. May was there.
it's yeah.
Yeah, she
He's
saw
telling
it.
it's May in the medical bed,
Yeah.
and
Because May knows that he killed their mom.
yeah,
You're right.
Yeah.
he saw it. She saw it. Sorry.
Yeah.
Okay, so then,
And that I think
wow.
that's her whole thing about, when the Jedi claim that they don't fight the unarmed.
Yeah.
That
She
was
was
the
like,
last
"Oh,
time we saw him. He
yeah.
was saying,
Yeah.
I'm going to tell you the whole story now.
Correct. That's what I'm saying. And
Yeah.
So,
She said,
But you're
he
right,
turned out to
May
High
knew.
Council, everything. And she was like, everything? Yeah.
Yeah, we also don't know where she fell. How did she survive the fall, Aaron S?
Yeah.
So she doesn't know everything.
Yeah.
And maybe that's why we're able to know that, May's reaction in the past when she set the thing on fire,
Yeah.
Soul wouldn't have known that her reaction was like, oh my God, the fire is spreading because I burnt a book, because that's what happens.
Right.
Yeah, so that's probably her. Are they telling the story back and forth? She's like, actually, I didn't want to kill everyone with my fire. Who knows? Who knows?
I don't know.
Oh, one last thing. When they're at the base of the camp, and they're and Torben's like, how do we know where to go? It was Master Soul's like, let me find out. Uses the Force, sees them in the room arguing, and he's like, okay, yeah, we got to go now. In terms of like a plot thing, it's like he can turn this on whenever he wants, but there's so many times where he's just being, not able to detect other stuff. It's a little bit convenient for me. That's all. That is all. Everett Merrill, Coral's still alive. She stays May. Coral then uses her witch magic to take over Chymere's body. That's why he is so... What? No way. When is a witch ever unarmed, though?
I mean, it's the same thing with the bad guys too, though, right? With Chimere, when they were fighting Chimere, and then OSHA stopped.
Soul killing him.
Yeah.
When do the dragons show up? Hot D. I'm gonna watch some of that tonight. House of the Dragon, for anyone who just tuned in. My God, good thing I filled that in. All right. Next week finale. We'll see how this plays out. It's gonna be an interesting and fun stream. So I hope you're able to join us back next week live, or catch the replay if you're watching the replay. Same channel, subscribe, like, you get the notifications turned on so you'll know when we go live. Yoko, anything else? You seem like you have something to interject.
Yes, I do. I think I have decided Torben is number 1 on my bitch list, actually.
You've just run out of people to kill.
No, because at least Jord went out fighting.
Sure did.
Jord was just too much by the book, and he was doing the stuff like you said. He was still doing it. This whole thing with Torben, though, that's like I'm saying. The end, the craziest thing to me is that she says we're going back to Coruscant. Like, I can't wait to rewatch this because, like, did he smirk? Like, oh, good. Yeah. And then the cover up at the end. It's like, so you gave this brat everything he wanted when it was kind of his fault, along with Soul, everything. When I had thought that they were all bad, Trinity was the mom trying to keep all the kids under control. And, that didn't happen. And then she covered for everybody and still said, we're going back to Coruscant. Like, what? No.
Oh, Everett says a lot of people have missed that May was turning into smoke as she fell? Because she did ascend.
What?
Maybe she had the smoke power.
Oh, I didn't know. I didn't notice that. She.
Neither did I.
She vaporized when she fell. Oh,
I was already going to rewatch this, but I'll pause that part then.
That was a good scene though, when he was trying to hold them up in the air, and he caught OSHA in the last second.
No. Oh yeah, no, it's not when she falls. Although that would explain things. If maybe they didn't show that, but maybe that's what they show us later is what happened and how she survived.
Oh
no, he's saying they show her turning into smoke
when Soul stabs the mom.
All right. Yes, thank you everyone for tuning in, and we would love to have you back next week when all this is wrapped up, hopefully in a nice and neat little finale. Not she fell, maybe she. Okay, these messages don't make sense. All right, Yoko.
Yes.
Before we get out of here, first let us know. Yesterday you did a live stream. You did some unboxing. Tell people about that and where they can watch your content.
Yeah. Yesterday I unboxed a Sailor Moon set from Pop Mart, so you can check out that stream over on my YouTube channel at Yokomukan, and it was fun. It's a cute set. Apparently they're going to be at Comic-Con. Someone just told me. Dave told me that earlier. So that's exciting. Maybe they'll have some more new fun stuff there. But then this week, I mean, you guys will talk about it too. I'll be with Ernie on Wednesday on the Fallen Pet Chronicles Summertime Trivia Edition, and Thursday night back here for Enablers.
Very nice. Ernie, as Yoko said, please iterate it, and then reiterate.
Yes, remember to go check out last night's stream of Livin' La Vida Yoko on Yoko McCann on YouTube, and then check out all the other shows as well too. And let's get those watch hours up. Okay, they've gone up a little bit, but not enough. All you gotta do is throw it on the background at work, when you're at home, in your car, whatever it may be. Leave it on, and get those watch hours up. And then
play, yeah. Mm-hmm.
Yes. Then tomorrow, join us at 6 p.m. Pacific Standard Time for our summertime trivia. All you got to do is show up and play. That's it. It's real easy. It's not hard to join. It's a lot of fun. That will be going down tomorrow. It will be last week's episode. If you need to catch up, was the Yoko birthday stream. Again, happy birthday to Yoko for last weekend. This one will be the pre-Evil Diva stream because her birthday is this weekend and summertime fun. So we'll have that going on. Immediately following that at 8 p.m. with the Sarlacc Digest, where we'll be able to talk about this more and go over lots of theories. And then Thursday with the Toy Migos, They're Not Dolls. And immediately following that, if you're a member, T&D Extra. That's what we got going on.
Lots of content. Hey, but if you're here for watching for the first time, like Everett is, don't forget, if you like what's going on, you don't want to miss the finale, subscribe. We'll be back next Tuesday. Every Thursday, we're doing Unboxing Thursdays. This week is with the Enablers, 9 o'clock Eastern, 6 p.m. Pacific, where I sit down with some awesome friends. We're going to open up some new toys. I've got some amazing Yamaguchi Revel Tech figures. And then this Sunday for the Patreon watch along, we're going to be doing a watch along in Discord with myself and some other people. We're going to be watching Earth's Mightiest Heroes. I think we're on episode 4, which is already, it's been a lot of fun. And again, thank you to all the channel members, everyone who is a patron over on Patreon, because all that helps. San Diego's coming up in 2 weeks, and just everything in regards to upgrading the channel, upgrading the content, the video quality, things like that. There's going to be some cool booth tours, some interviews, some other events that haven't been announced yet. But I'm just looking forward to going out there and creating some videos for these toys that I'm excited to see for everybody. So thank you. Everett says already gave the sub. Appreciate you. Thank you. That's awesome. Another thing I haven't seen people mentioning is Coral's eyes get even more Sith yellow when fighting. There's a whole thing, right? When she walked away and stepped back a little bit, and her whole posture changed, and she was side view, and I'm like, did part of her face change? That's why I thought she was going to transform. Anyway, I don't know why I'm holding this Build-A-Figure arm, but thank you for pointing that out. We'll be back Thursday night with the Enablers. Yoko, one last time, why don't you take us home?
If you, like Everett, are watching us for the first time, maybe you can hit that subscribe button too if you haven't already, and definitely hit that thumbs up to let YouTube know that we're a fun place to be and you like hanging out with us.
We like fun.
We like fun. Next week, I'm going to get Boba too next week. I haven't had Boba all season. So we'll put the Boba back in Boba Squadron next week. And
putting the bee back in Boba.
Yeah. But hopefully the finale is a good one. I am a little anxious that, there's a lot to resolve in one episode, but hopefully we are feeling good about it, because I would like to feel good about it. So
high hopes.
Yes. But thanks for hanging out with us, and we'll see you around the rest of this week and all these other things.
Yeah, subscribe to my awesome friends. Don't forget to check out Paul, who couldn't join us tonight, but all the YouTube video links are in the video description. Thank you so much for watching. Have yourselves a great night. And what do I always say, Yoko?
Toying around. Keep toying around.
Third time's the charm. Nailed it, dude. Nailed it.
Keep toying around.
Keep touring. Ernie, don't say that.
What did I say?